Bronx Slang beats. Do this all day, every day like dumb Trump tweets. So impeach the rapper, that's not an MC. Claims he climbed up the ladder from the bottom of the streets, please. Got a pocket like Pimp's pocket, the whole profit. The clock's ticking, that talk's wicked, it's so sonic. I stream some of the worst weather you ever seen. Still a lot better than shot dead at 17. Cause once they label it fatal, what does it really mean? To the grave, from the cradle and all in between. And it don't matter if your family was shattered. It's hard picking up the pieces from the way that they scattered. Cause when I write about what happened in the past, it's a sad song. Spinning cash mad fast, it won't last long. So I'll keep the record spinning to the last song. Cause since the beginning you was living with a mask on. Cause since the beginning you was living with a mask on. Cause since the beginning you was living with a mask on.
Now when the blood on the block, them boys down on Wall Street be buying up stock. Why you think we always warn? Yo, the flow never stop. Killing each other, then they calling the cops. And the blood keeps on pouring. It's essential to get our mental states dumber than dumb. Some songs about number, money, hookers and guns. So automatically and systematically, I sabotaged every sound system savagely. Abolish rappers that polished up for the shine. Acknowledge rappers that were down to their last dime. Seems only the real fiends appreciate it. So you're getting the guillotine. Cause when I write about what happened in the past, it's a sad song. Spent the cash mad fast, it won't last long. So I kept the record spinning to the last song. Since the beginning, you was living with a mask on.
Cause since the beginning, you was living with a mask on. Cause since the beginning, you was living with a mask on. From the substance, some running never stops, son. Like they running from the sound of a shotgun. Some never ran and never will not run. So here's another one, right when you thought we were done. Since we breaking down doors, they're building walls up at the border. Got rappers beefing like Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters. So crump the thumb so it muffles the bump. Then grab all the junk and jump 'em, smelling the skunk. Like when your man's got waterboarded. When traveling abroad, they all applauded. When the court's ordered, they get deported. And when actuaries are actually inaccurate is when the facts are blurry. Like when the reception's immaculate is when they start to worry. On the fast track, the cash back before the market crashed. Cops kept harassing before I had a chance to grab the bag. So I was labeled incapable, or null and void. But even when they brag, a lot of tags is toy. So when I write about what happened in the past, it's a sad song. Spending cash mad fast, it won't last long. So I'ma keep the record spinning to the last song. Cause since the beginning, you was living with a mask on. Cause since the beginning, you was living with a mask on. Cause since the beginning, you was living with a mask on. Look here, man. We ain't brothers, we ain't partners, and we damn sure ain't friends. And if Season Love gets away with my money, you're gonna be sorry you ever met me.
I'm already sorry, Jerry.
1, 2, check. 1, 2. I got a package from the feds to keep the people eating. Fed X amount of heads with a little work the whole entire weekend. Preachers preaching what they teach, they reaching. Reaching out to the weak already, tweaking off what Beaks is speaking. Should I stop dropping with this hot monopoly? When the monotony's not for me, it's for monotonous MCs. Check it. Shorty sparkle like she Meghan Markle. Spoil her with all my royalty and she'll get murdered by my queen tomorrow. We in the era that needs some real MCs. Or the art form I was born into will be gone. Thought I'd never see the day when the trees got legalized. Or a train ride by without my name on the side. Seen Diddy change his name when his pockets got puffy. Seen Michael Jackson get murdered by Conrad Murray. Seen Big lose his life after Pac got ice. But I love the way Greg Nice used to say words twice. And I guess you can say OJ got away with murder more times than Shonda Rhimes. How much gas can you stash in that bag if you do the math? But guns clapping as casual as you clap your hands. The poltergeist, that's for Carol Ann. But the loss of life's a lot like that awful night up in the Happy Land. Come hating on Hammer saying he's sold out? While Kanye got Trump's all in his mouth. It's an avalanche of murder. Tsunami of getting body from Gotti to Giuliani's Illuminati. The corridor, the corner store, now they calling the coroner. I guess the ambulance was a little toy.
1, 2,
Yo, you don't want me to mic check. Ain't no telling what I'll do. You don't know what to expect. Cause all you know is how vital I am at snatching titles. Running off the rails when I'm arriving at Spite and Dival. Spares out at the gas house cause they kept bragging about and hashtagging all that. Yo, that's bona fide pride. And it's harder to swallow, like when Rocky had to watch what Drago did to Apollo. Cause from a smartphone they sent a drone to my home to destroy my family cause I was living in a terror
But I was
zone.
free to buy cheap, take a chance, or go long, or creep around the streets until my money was gone. But they wanna foreclose on a life I never chose. But chores are for the chosen, my flow was kinda frozen and my pride was just slipping away. I couldn't sleep cause I was dozing while keeping my eyes open, so I'm not even prepared for what they doing today. Nah, I'm not even prepared for what they doing today.
Yo, it's 7 years, maybe more. And I'm out here fighting my grandfather's war. Cause they slashing in New York, in Chicago they shooting. And in Flint, Michigan, all the water's polluted. They gave the man body cams, but the cameras don't work while they're snatching young rappers right off the street. Amber alert! So spitting verses is my sole purpose, so the whole world is nervous. Cause I'm universal like the soul circus. And that's rock, turning the rubble with a double Ruger. The broken brother off the block who was a troubleshooter. It's killing season, yo, they got more future than computers. The undisputed are reputed like when Trump colluded. I see you rushing like you running late to make maneuvers. They got you waiting like you ordered steak at Peter Luger's. Young gal business in America is not for cougars. The Billionaire Boys Club, they don't like intruders. But you already know. Yeah, you already know. You already know. I used to hang with this white boy. It's like we was brothers. Now the government is glad we both mad at each other. He used to run my dad's number, carry bags for my mother. But now we both take cover when we see one another. And me and my man Muhammad used to read the same comments till his parents got murdered. His whole family's Islamic. Islamophobes wanna blame him for September 11th. Yelling death to all Muslims, son, don't you forget it. Word. But you already know. Yeah, you already know.
The realest cat I ever knew was Ishmael from Israel. Victim of a synagogue shooting, his whole family got killed. I was at his bar mitzvah, spitting bars with his sister. Over the years we closed a few bars, it's hard to remember. My best friend was Mexican when they asked for his papers. His whole family got deported like his father's the rapist. Separated from his children while they wait in the cages. You say word, y'all would when there ain't no words to explain it.
But you already know. Yeah, you already know. Do the police ever think every Italian's a mobster? Or just a crooked lawyer for the brother they locked up? Is every Asian educated and Irish a drunk? And all the Russians in discussions with Putin and Trump? Is every Dominican's next to kin up in the heights? Hiding in plain sight while they running from ICE. Now is every Puerto Rican out thieving a car? He don't speak in no English, so he can't get very far. It's like, but you already know. Yeah, you already
Instead
know.
of trying to stop the spread of COVID-19, the Surgeon General said, "Ollie, stop smoking that weed." You put Abuelo, Pop, and Big Mama to shame. The president was cutting checks to put respect on his name. And you can fool a man easy, son, it ain't much to tell. Convincing him he's fooled could prove harder than hell. So I'm erasing distorted U.S. history. I don't recall the Alamo, but I remember Wounded Knee.
But you already know. Yeah, you already know. Now if it's all counterfeit, none of this is legit. That's exactly what they said after the first plane hit. This cats is taking losses like the boss is a clown. It's thin line between murdering and standing your ground. So for years I've been wondering why I kept fumbling, crumbling so hard it was starting to hurt. Although it seems quite humbling, rappers are still mumbling. So I'm not even sure what these rhymes would be worth. But you already know.
Fast money, fast cars, yeah, the fast life. 6-figure alimony to the last wife. That's okay, cause you're getting with a badder chick. Jetting off the French just to catch a flick. Summertime, Monaco, playing Baccarat. Wintertime, St. Bart's, party on the yacht. That's okay, cause you're raking in all the dough. Flip the switch, make a hit for the radio.
You know it's so flattering, all these post patterns and chattering fanatics tapping in like the Pope bagging the Vatican with rappers backing up. Yo, it's just a matter of panicking with rats stacking up. All these rappers is challenging you, yelling batter up like you batter snitches for tattling. The fame is not enough. Every rapper is battling. The stars go to war like they're skywalking with Anakin. As cars ride by, your booming system is rattling. They still staggering from the dagger that you were stabbing with, and all that blood matter they couldn't keep it from splattering. They popping Adderall when their focus started unraveling. Scattering as you ballin' from all the swaggering. Run the catacombs of the categories that carry them. Cause on the microphone, yeah, their monologue is disparaging. The law of averages when they try to manage shenanigans. Below averages, they're paying for all the damages. Started from the bottom, straight to the top. Back down to the bottom, it sure happens a lot. Now cats on your block, they be plotting non-stop. Like you living off the props you got from hip-hop. You running out of time, then check your smartwatch. Took a bite out of crime and it sure hit the spot. Got caught in the loop and you lost your slip knot. With a suicide squad cause the cops is dead shot.
The tabloids get annoyed at your fast life. Ringside seats at the last fight. Even on the type of stones that make Barney rubble. Driving while intoxicated ain't hardly trouble. Like addicts, real fanatics, here your fans are. And everywhere you go, you the damn star. People keep loving that like crack. But trap stars they are, and God bless them for that.
Yo, God bless them for that. From on top of the metropolis, you're attacking all monotonous MCs and the populace. Going after all the racks they might have left in the stacks. Shutting down whichever cats that might have slipped through the cracks. Cause the ocular illusion seems closer than binoculars. The feeling's mutual if depending on who the doctor is. The paparazzi's clock and Illuminati is watching you. They make a mockery over your TikTok and to follow you. Started from the bottom, straight to the top. Back down to the bottom, it sure happens a lot. Now cats on your block, they be plotting non-stop. Like you living off the props you got from hip-hop. You running out of time, then check your smartwatch. Took a bite out of crime and it sure hit the spot. Got caught in the loop and you lost your slip knot. With a suicide squad cause the cops is dead. So you can rattle your tatted or splatter them all. Hyping them stereotypes until you shatter them all. Cause you can never say goodbye to the dearly departed. Yeah, and some were even starving way before you got started. With tears on their pillow crying deep inside. Life is a highway as cars pass on by. Turn up the radio for that same old tune. Because it happens so fast, you're going way too soon, man. Yo, it's getting rough out here, son. For real. You got guns just blazing all over my haven. You got cops just saying we ain't even worth saving. You got bodies just laying out, so stop playing. If every night it's the same amount, yo, they not saying. You got knife crime all over the nighttime, along with hate crime that's all over the daytime. If it's all at the same time, and it's hard to survive. So you either get embodied or just buried alive. Cause I never met a thug who was rugged that didn't love it. Met a few cats bugging and rats with lots of luggage.
So at the tone, the time will be for the rhyme and leap. Let the sideshow begin, you better find a seat. Yo, it's so hard to hustle. When you're rushing for them yards, it's hard not to fumble. The cops got the drop, maybe every rapper should mumble. They watching hip-hop like we rumbling through the jungle. So whatever's cracking, you'll be coming, I'm sure. What's gonna happen when it's just another night in New York.
Yo, the Bronx is not Brooklyn, and Brooklyn ain't Manhattan. Manhattan ain't Queens, Queens is not Staten. Long Island still strong, Mount Vernon still earning. No problems up in Harlem and the slang is still burning. But as the city bubbles and shuffle, they try to shovel at you. Even when it's subtle, that struggle will make you hustle backwards. Got the block locked down like when the shooter's active. Another snake in the cage escaped from Manhattan.
The call to action was passive, but now it's gaining traction. They subtracting the population in different fractions. Prognosticators think the business that you drumming up. Instead of driving by and shooting, they'll come running up. And just in case they couldn't glean who the team was, in 95, Roncatona like the Fiends was. So whatever's cracking, you'll be coming up short. It's gonna happen when it's just another night in New York.
Joker steps. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So it makes you wonder why they're renovating the Bronx. It's just like another night on them New York streets. Cats end up getting high and try and die in their sleep. Some prefer to stay awake while they're counting them sheep. Talking deep up in the Bronx where the buffalo roam.
Where your people's on the streets is always playing for keeps. And if you're able to survive, you're probably dying alone. Cause whatever's cracking, you'll be coming up short. What's gonna happen when it's just another night in New York.
Come on. Just another night in New York. New York, New York, New York. What's gonna happen when it's just another night in New York. Hey, yo, we gotta do this again, son.
Yes, one more time.
Hey, yo, Fake Blood. Yo, what's up? Yeah. Hey, yo, Jamel Robeson was a security guard. Got shot by the cops for just doing his job.
Damn.
They called it friendly fire, but that's hard to accept. Since the cop shot the brother 4 times in the back. The Alabama Army officer was shot in the mall. He was trying to save people when police got the call. His name was Emantic Bradford, but they called him EJ. Yo, excuse me, officer, cause this happens every day. They shot Laquan McDonald in Chicago, Illinois. And if Eric Garner couldn't breathe, neither could George Floyd. Some cops, they be conniving like you up to no good. Whether jogging while black or wearing a hood. Dash cam prove Maurice Granton was unarmed when he was also shot dead by the Chicago police. So by now, if you don't think that there's a cause for alarm, well, at least understand why Kaepernick took a knee. I said, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? And I'm just over here trying to update my song. He said, you better shut your trap and catch a bullet for that. Since the last time you rhymed, we've killed a whole lot more. I said, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? And I'm just over here trying to update my song. He said, you better shut your trap and catch a bullet for that. Since the last time you rhymed, we've killed a whole lot more. Yo, when Keith Lamont Scott got shot by the cops, Gregory Hill Jr. got killed in his own garage. Yo, they shot Javon Bailey and Jaquanian Slayton. They shot Stephon Clark in his own backyard. They shot Ryan Timon about 37 times. They used a barrage of bullets just to finish the job. And when they shot Eric Logan in South Bend, Indiana, the cop turned off his camera so he never was charged. While another officer from the Dallas department shot both of them Jean cause he was in her apartment. Come to find out my man was in his own crib. And it was actually the cop who had forgot where she lived. I guess his brother just forgot the cop had stopped him from living. Cause when she got a short sentence, he wasn't holding a grudge. And people couldn't see how he could be so forgiving. And they were bugging when they saw the judge give her a hug. I said, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? I'm just over here trying to update my song. Said you better shut your trap and catch a bullet for that. Since the last time you rhymed, was killed a whole lot more. I said, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? When I'm just over here trying to update my song. He said, you better shut your trap and catch a bullet for that. Since the last time you rhymed, we killed a whole lot more, a whole lot. So what's the deal when I'm feeling like they should be kneeling? My team is standing, their hearts is covered by their hands, singing out loud along with the anthem, while another unarmed brother just got murdered by the man. So go team go, I'm making a whole lot of noise. And they never did consider blacks as real cowboys. So you can march and keep marching till we ain't marching no more. I said, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? Yo, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? When I'm just over here trying to update my song. Said you better shut your trap and catch a bullet for that. Since the last time you rhymed, we killed a whole lot more. I said, excuse me, officer, what you still stopping me for? When I'm just over here trying to update my song. Said you better shut your trap and catch a bullet for that. Since the last time you rhymed, was killed a whole lot more, a whole lot more, a whole lot more, a whole lot more. Since the last time you rhymed, was killed a whole lot more, a whole lot more, a whole lot more, a whole lot more. In this world full of photographs and phony laughs from phones, spend spinning like phonographs. And Uber cabs I roam. Phone stand for the anthem, cause the phantom's a menace. And if I question their answers, will they end how I'm living? Their propaganda I slander to distinguish the latter. But if I extinguish the flame, all their pockets get fatter. Cause definitely I'm serious, I'm raw down to the core. You say you fast and you furious, but even Hobbs ain't sure. They overtaxing my tax bracket. They track me like back taxes, they racking their rackets. All in the Bronx and Manhattan. If the evidence doesn't fit, then you must be acquitted. There's a lot of cats doing time for crimes they never committed. So from writing exact to saturating the facts, extenuating circumstances keep holding us back. Cause back when underground rap was always under attack, yo, my style was so ill, they thought Miggs was out scratch. Yo, I've been shot and I've been stabbed up. I've been harassed by the cops and too scared to stand up. Damn, I should've manned up. Man, even if I don't pose a threat, they'll still shoot me dead. So everybody put your hands up. And yell, please don't shoot, and they'll still execute. Yo, maybe I should clam up. But how else can I explain when my slang's not for games?
So give me my liberty or stone me to death. There's pieces left of the puzzle that I need to connect. If there's a mural that's painted for street heroes that fall in New York City alone, there's blood all over the walls. That hate is a virus, it's inside us for sure. Inciting riots in the name of the Lord. And the Son, the Holy Spirit, of course. Got these so-called freedom fighters marching off into war. Religion is a schism, more division feeds the mortician. Politicians on a mission to kill all living. Brown people, your melanin's a felony. My bad memory says we've always been the enemy. Yo, beaks, we getting long in the teeth. Ali Miggs a fake blood up in executive suites. They keep on going till the circle's complete. But how can I explain when my slang's not for games?
I've been shot and I've been stabbed up. I've been harassed by the cops and too scared to stand up. Damn, I should've manned up. Even if I don't pose a threat, they'll still shoot me dead. So everybody put your hands up. And yo, please don't shoot, and they'll still execute. Yo, maybe I should clam up. But how else can I explain when my slang's not for games? I've been shot and I've been stabbed up. I've been harassed by the cops and too scared to stand up. Damn, I should've manned up. Even if I don't pose a threat, they'll still shoot me dead. So everybody put your hands up. And yo, please don't shoot, and they'll still execute. Yo, maybe I should clam up. But how else can I explain when my slang's not for games? Fake blood. Yo, we under attack, son. Yo, I'm up the back.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, it's all a trap.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, I'm spitting facts.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, they falling back.
Yo, copy that.
First they hit you with Americanism, in the spirit of a radical American system. For all the victims that'll never forgive them. You got slaves to the rhythm going back to beginners. Enslaved labor, the disclaimer, the death chamber. Every time the cops get called, it's for the same favor. It's bad behavior, leaving one in the chamber. And competition is gritty, so I got beef with my neighbor. Cause ain't no Pac without Biggie, or Ali without Frazier. It's the religion of racism, they lauded and savored. Cause when blazing is all a rage instead of tasting. So your life is just taken instead of being shaken. For every victim that's lost in the system is more valuable forgotten while rotting in an overcrowded prison. They stopped me dead in my tracks and asked if Bronx Slang is under attack. I said, copy that. Yo, I'm up the back.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, it's all a trap.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, I'm spitting facts.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, they falling back.
Yo, copy
They won't
that.
prevent him from shooting or even blame him for raping, but correct me if mistaken. They try to save him from vaping the conversation I'm making. There's a race in relations, a situation I'm hating. There's a birth of a nation, so I'm impatiently patient from years of pounding the pavement. Paul Revere was a snitch. They want to blanket that statement from international waters on American soil where they spoil the victors and break bread with the royals. If the victor's the system and my position's precise, cost of living is ended, why am I paying the price? Is it worth all the waiting or they just baiting me in? I'm like a fish out of water let the slaughter begin. The rat race will fizzle out before it sizzles, cause missiles travel a lot farther than starter pistols. But they stop me dead in my tracks and ask if Bronx Slang is under attack. I said,
Copy that.
yo, I'm up the back.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, it's all a trap.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, I'm spitting facts.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, they falling back. A weed dispensaries, reparations for the war on drugs. It's owned by minorities that love slinging that bud. Bodies catching the vapors instead of blunts and in papers. Them shapeshifters and mood fakers with unwritten rules. So one if by land, two if by sea. Bronx Slang's already here, so three for the police. When you're uploading, it's overloading, you're downloading, living by the code that's encoded up in your file folder. Cause locally and internationally known, cannibal's an animal with an irrational tone. Suburban ways versus urban decay. They don't understand your plan, tell them stand in the way. Cause when the easy way out is getting harder to take, the bloods ain't enough, tell them throw in the shake. But wait, they stop me dead in my tracks and ask if Bronx Slang is under attack. That's a copy that. Yo, I'm up the back.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, it's all a trap.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, I'm spitting facts.
Yo, copy that.
Yo, they falling back.
Yo, copy that.
Fake blood, you a beast for this one, son. Crazy. It's all because when you in the beast, the clock's ticking. It's all because when you in the beast, life is like an intervention, engine and indecisions with intuition. It's like a mixture of old adventures with new revisions, where traditions got inhibitions, just catching visions. And did I mention while quenching your thirst with apprehension? You got some women just stripping because their father's missing, while other women just stripping probably to pay tuition. As you position yourself different by how you're living, it's a fine line between taking losses and always winning. Cause some conditions and subdivisions is getting wicked. To make a wish on your own volitions is how you fix it. My slang recital got rivals feeling just suicidal. I'm not entitled to being liable for fallen idols. They wanna label it homicidal, my vibe is vital. If they declare it a mistrial, delete the files. It's like a sequel where certain people ain't treated equal. A lethal dose of pure evil will leave you comatose.
Deceive my demons is detrimental, who needs a reason? When you got Trump throwing paper towels at Puerto Ricans. As I encounter the counterculture's amount of vultures, and what the counter got rounded off for certain soldiers. Had it shredded and embedded in different folders. Like crop report when it started off with Red October. I'm synchronizing the uprising, advising the people to rise above the criticizing and stupid lies. But damn son, you probably never read the manual. They only make cages for slaves and animals. My street value speaks volumes cause I'm cool like that. My trigger finger's an enigma with the stigma attached. I'm coming closer like I'm rolling with the caravan. I'm more than just that rock and roll rapper from your college man. So if your mans can't stand the heat in Hell's Kitchen, it's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking.
It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. We're headed for whatever's embedded inside a metaphor. The gas is coming super unleaded. It's all been said, yo, before you give them all of the credit. If they shred it, I still said it. If they dead it, I still, yo man, forget it. Whoever had the balls of the wherewithal for street scrambling, cause you can bet on your life, you on the street gambling. That murder game got you swerving, causing you further pain. It's so disturbing the lessons we learn from certain things. Cause if you cooking, they still looking for you to tattle. Cause what you're chasing is still facing a crooked shadow. When last respects is the only respect you'll ever get. Cause when life after death holds a lot of regret. Am I ransacking my own actions by running backwards? Am I attacking my own faction by coming at you? Cause if your mans can't stand the heat in Hell's Kitchen, it's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. It's all because you know in the beast the clock's ticking. Yo, when life's got you bugging and bugging is like a drug. Type of drugs they're using like smug women and arms. Bubble sounds and bottles is overflowing in tubs. Their choice. They were choosing cause bitch thugs they was. Refusing to start losing, they talking to the fuzz. But that talking turns into stalking, and stalking turns into snitching. And that snitching is law and order, and now your daughter's missing the risk. Ain't rewarding that warden will get rewarded. The bread comes with the water, with walls across the border. There ain't a law and order when short more than a quarter they follow. Your daughter home and there's lessons you never taught, I guess. Their aggression is pressing to send a message. That message is loud and clear. If you like living in fear, you wasn't built for this game and she ain't no longer here. And you wasn't built quite the same and you ain't no longer here. When a man murders another man with the man's murder, man just couldn't ignore. And when the murdered man's murders the man who murdered, now it's further than it was before. The man who murdered the other man who was murdered wants to know what he murdered him for. But when the man's murdered who murdered the man who murdered his man, now they can't murder no more. You can't murder no more. Yo, you could have been anywhere without being there. Living in plenty fear without being scared. Caught all up in the moment without even a care. Glaring at the enemy without even a stare. Yeah, and you can get got now without getting knocked. And they won't tell your story with a twist in the plot. Some cops are robots without thinking we're not. And will I ever get stopped now without getting shot? Cause when push came to shove, shoving and shove came to shooting and shooting. Turn into killing, that killing, turn into looting, that looting brought out the started the cues and the walking turns into marching, that marching turns into trooping, that trooping brought out the proving we stupid. Them drugs got in the thugs and them thugs got in the selling turned into dope, but that flow turned them to felons and felons turned into life. Life is turned into strife cause when a man murders another man with the man's murder, man just couldn't ignore. And when the murdered man's murders the man who murdered, now it's further than it was before. The man who murdered the other man who was murdered wants to know what they murdered him for. When the man's murdered who murdered the man who murdered this man, now they can't murder no more. Now they can't murder no more. It's monotonous, I keep missing that plot twist. Like love and hip hop, probably don't mix. So look out for the hit, cause you can get got. The shift comes swift, it's real hard to stop. So look out for the hit, cause you can get got. The shift comes swift, it's real hard to stop. And here's a little story that must be told. Yo, the block is mad hot, but the bodies is cold. The man murders another man with the man's murder, man just couldn't ignore. And when the murdered man's murders the man who murdered, now it's further than it was before. The man who murdered the other man who was murdered wants to know what he murdered him for. But when the man's murdered who murdered the man who murdered his man, now they can't murder no more. Now they can't murder no more. And now they can't murder no more. A love song? You don't want to hear no love song, right? If you're poverty stricken, you're probably properly driven. The plans own the property over where Poppy was living. Yeah, but moods are hard to manage when they're moving like a savage, bro. And for the cabbage, yo, you can't be the average Joe. They're moving heavy like Pesci. The Joe DiMaggio's getting dough, they'll flood it all with dubs like when the levees broke. When you're innocent, citizens will arrest. So claiming self-defense makes a whole lot of sense. Cause blowing up in hip-hop always appeared in my dreams. But when I woke up, it seemed like a pyramid scheme. Yo, even though I chefed the data like it's served on a platter. Yo, some only started climbing from the top of the ladder. Cause when the evil ain't illegal, so desperate are people to keep everything separate so you never be equal. Cause this ain't the type of life a hoodwinking you think. Sometimes you can't even smell a lot more than it stinks. You rack it up for this, that, and whatever. Stack it up, so this ain't gonna be no love song. Crunk it up for this, that, and whatever. You bump it up, so this ain't gonna be no love song. Rack it up for this, that, and whatever. Stack it up, so this ain't gonna be no love song. Crunk it up for this, that, and whatever. You bump it up.
I play pledge allegiance to the grievance of the legions of poor people in all seasons, all section hoods and regions. What? We wasn't feasting like we's from the halls of eating. Even war through me that beating. No, I never did yet even now. I know grieving, I know demons when I see them. They're everywhere. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to Mars with healing. Hold up, I can't roll up or afford the fare for leaving. Let's party at Ground Zero with the heathens. It'll be fun. Who's that beating? Lots of gangsters had their reasons. Sing a song of freedom when I choosing if it's worth repeating. And when the deacon's preaching seeps in and your fever's peaking, and y'all swear the spirit's speaking, that's your wallet leaking. Willie Loman hit the gas and crashes Lincoln like Seth Rogen choking, freaking weed out on a summer weekend. I can't be broken, the cold heart was never beaten. I can't be woken to true meaning, I was never sleeping.
Yo, rack it up for this, that, and whatever. What? Stack it up, so this ain't gon' be no love song. Crunk it up for this, that, and whatever. What? Bump it up, so this ain't gon' be no love song. Rack it up for this, that, and whatever. What? Stack it up, so this ain't gon' be no love song. Crunk it up for this, that, and whatever. What? Pump it up, pump it up. I told you this wasn't gonna be no love song. You don't need no love song. Yo, look out, man. Damn! Yo, did you hear it? I know you heard it. Another brother murdered. In his physical form, slugs are inserted. Now his brother and his baby mother feel deserted. There's no more steak on their plate now. You know the fate of the man who got shot down. And the man who did the shooting got locked down. So what's the point? Neither man was on point. One to the grave, digging the other brother to the joint. The war continues. Yo, fake blood. Hey, yo, Migs. Even though you're well educated, your mind's incarcerated, so
this goes out to all my peoples locked down.
As the game got delayed for ignoring the plague, it was a price some had to pay for ignoring the shade. So I keep my distance while cops listen to Karen. So we spaced out like Sputnik and Yuri Gagarin. Destination so conniving that we're never arriving. Like the Uber kept drinking and disregarding his driving. Since I came up in the Bronx, and I never been to Compton. And maybe I'm just an O and not a G like Bobby Johnson. Yo, my brain's infected. And the facts ain't no further than that. The lady wouldn't buy the diapers cause the baby on the box. I'm fascinated by the hatred and everything in between. It's people getting agitated, so I created a meme. What I mean is I utilized the Wi-Fi in the library and went from fiction to non-fiction in quite a hurry. From homicide to genocide with quite a flurry. Some old flicks in the Pictionary were kinda blurry, but to paint a picture that was victim of my own convictions and get a grip on who's the victim within worse conditions. And the facts ain't no further than that. The lady wouldn't buy the diapers cause the baby on the box was black. Yo, my brain's infected. It's like they swinging the same ism and they about to re-up. So chasing after racism, so I gotta keep up. But it's rough, like when the doves keep rubbing the fenders. To any well-respected thug, just as highly offensive. So I'm rewriting the sequel of separate but equal. Cause they gave power to the people who were desperate and lethal. And I traveled all the way and even further than that. So when some people are locked away, I hope they never come back. Yo, my brain's infected. Even though your flow evaporated, your mind's incarcerated, so
this goes out to all my peoples locked down.
But it was never all about taking the same route. But the crooked cops roam about with the same snout. They cover up and they cover up, undercover, they got it covered cause only one color's coming up. My fist of fury caught resistance from the judge and jury, and they persist dismissing witnesses to reassure me. Coincidental consequences in the residential. For all the pitfalls and potential. Cause I seen cats that fell back when the hustle was cake. Cause the last piece to the puzzle was the hustler's weight. And then the thrill from Bronx Kill, yeah, it was still in the mix. As the New York City rebuilds along with the Knicks. In the belly of the beast, you get a dab of the bad. With a little cash to flash, with a splash of the fad. Cause the image will appear without a sliver of fear. Or a speck of apprehension, all decisions are clear. Cause the leaves don't fall far from the tree's roots. So Billie Holiday should be a holiday for strange fruit. And the facts ain't no further than that. But the lady wouldn't buy the diapers cause the baby on the box was black. This ain't no Ouija, this ain't no pitch neither. This ain't no Oxycodone, it ain't no Molly either. The Percocet amphetamine Zimmerman, am I killing them? What? That ain't right. Leave them stranded like Gilligan? What? That ain't right. Got me spitting all militant, I'm on the grind. All that other shit is irrelevant when his ass is mine.
If I set fire to Ferguson, what? That ain't right. Spider Master Murder Man, what? That ain't right. Spitting hotter than summer and Waddy Hopper. Bodies getting shot up out of army helicopter.
The relevance of artificial intelligence is beneficial, but why wait when they hesitate? It takes a certain type of goon that can shoot up the room, put a bullet in everybody and then suture the wounds.
I'll be that preacher man chugging in the Cheech and Chong Chiba band. Teeter ran something like teach a man to bleed a man. Bleed a man. Or teach him to defeat the man. A lot of cats been reaching just to beat a man.
This ain't no weed, yeah. This ain't no bitch neither. This ain't no oxycodone. It ain't no Molly either. The Percocet, amphetamine, PCP or ether. So if you just saying no, well I don't believe you. This ain't no weed, yeah. This ain't no bitch neither. This ain't no oxycodone. It ain't no Molly either. The Percocet, amphetamine, PCP or ether. So now you coping with that real dope, won't deceive you. So if opioids is your only void, it's not a crisis. If you avoid being unemployed, your vice is priceless. The word crisis suffices, but only just for whiteness. Cause when blacks were smoking that crack, it wasn't righteous.
Represent with no embellishments, everything you relish in. Racist motherfucker, so proud to be American. Where I dream, so obviously I've seen supreme being in between what you really
if
mean.
Chadwick's the Black Panther and B. Jordan is Creed, then it seems Keanu Reeves lost a lot of his speed. Denzel's the equalizer, then it's easy to tell what she would tell was edging for and L was rocking the bells.
Hey yo, my brain is numb enough, the pain I seen blood enough and cut down enough to give a I'm out of luck, any moment now my number's up. Seize the moment like nothing will become of us.
This ain't no weed, Jay. This ain't no bitch neither. This ain't no oxycodone. It ain't no Molly either. The Percocet, amphetamine, PCP or ether. So if you just saying no, well I don't believe you. This ain't no weed, Jay. This ain't no bitch neither. This ain't no oxycodone. It ain't no Molly either. The Percocet, amphetamine, PCP or ether. So now you coping with that real dope, I won't deceive you. So now you coping with that real dope, I won't deceive you. So now you coping with that real dope, I won't deceive you. So now you coping with that real dope, I won't deceive you. So now you coping with that real dope, I won't deceive you. This ain't no weed, Jay. This ain't no bitch neither. This ain't no oxycodone. It ain't no Molly either. The Percocet, amphetamine, PCP or ether. So if you just saying no, well I don't believe it. This ain't no weed, Jay. This ain't no bitch neither. This ain't no oxycodone. It ain't no Molly either. The Percocet, amphetamine, PCP or ether. So now you coping with that real dope, I won't deceive you. Bronx Slang.
Gino, babe, I heard you say you're bouncing. Hope you are okay, OJ. Today you must be doubting. Are you in dismay? Your friends know que mañana. Como wanna spend your life, your Madonna. Come on now,
She looks like a princess in that new dress. Where did you get that? Do I really wanna know? She said since the girl learned how to walk, huh? She burned the pockets out of any playboy in New York. Small talk was a fashion, big rocks were her passion. On Tuesday she crashed dead into her soul, my fried. Cold heart, blacker than coal. After the party, after the show she goes. She can't get enough, she needs more. Sergio just called back, she must go to Hunts Point and Hole. That's the boulevard of lost souls. Toxic poisons in the blood, obnoxious levels of self-hate without love, huh? For such a sweet little girl. You're such a sweet little girl. Learn too young about the cruel ways of the world.
Gino, babe, I heard you say you're bouncing. Hope you are okay, OJ. Today you must be doubting. Are you in dismay? And your friends know que mañana. Como wanna spend your life, your Madonna. Come on now, OJ.
With flashing lights of a light flashing out of sight. The night's brighter than a flame placed under pipe. Then turn around, turn it upside down. Cause right side up was just never enough. And she ain't the type of girl you could scratch off. She wasn't the perfect match, but all of them other cats just backed off. She had it rocking on every tour what the city was waiting for. Getting in and out of cars on the boulevard with cats paying cash just for flashing them quick. Went from daddy's little girl to some pimp's bottom. Just another prostitute on the block for loot. Cause in Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts made it look so cute. But it was once upon a time you had to dress up a dance. Then he pimp would tell you how drugs messed up the game. It's a lot of pain for a sweet little girl who learned too young about the cruel ways of the world.
Gino, babe, I heard you say you're bouncing. Hope you are okay, OJ. Today you must be doubting.
check one, 2. Was it the same plain Jane we always knew? So you can tell Dr. Phil, tell Dr. Drew, and you can tell Dr. Oz and tell Dr. Ruth. But when Dr. Strange told Doctor Who, if Jane traveled back in time, what the hell would you do? 'Cause she can go all the way or only go halfway, but she'll never go back and start from scratch.